Welcome everyone to our market analysis this evening. Today we'll be going through the usual pairs, as usual, starting with the dollar index. But before we get into that, just a reminder that we have a 50% off our products with the promo code HOLIDAY50, which ends on the 12th of January. That is in 3 weeks, so you still have time to take advantage of this promo code before it ends. So without further ado, let us see how the week had gone and what opportunities we can be looking forward to for this coming week. So starting with the dollar index. So the dollar index, we were actually right on the direction. The only issue is it actually pushed further down before actually coming all the way up. So what does this mean? Well, this means we might be looking for another re-entry into this. Possibly we can enter right here at this level, and then stop loss can be right below the previous low here, and then we could be aiming all the way to the top, especially that rates were cut. So already it's showing some strong strength upside, but when we possibly reach this level of resistance, we could be dropping all the way down. So that's what we're actually anticipating. So this is a one-to-one risk reward. So we shouldn't expect much on this, but let's keep an eye watch on this for the rest of the week, especially since next week is the last week of the year. So we might not even have much movement, but let's keep an eye watching this and see if we do reach here before the end of the year. If not, then we could be looking at this for the year 2026. Now let's move over to euro dollar. So euro dollar had come all the way down. It came all the way up, almost hit our stop loss, but we are currently holding at this current moment in time. We still seem to be on the way back to 1.16150. So let's keep an eye watch on that as well, especially since the interest rate for the euro was unchanged, but for the dollar it was changed. So let's keep an eye watch on that. And also non-farm payroll actually somehow was okay, but let's see if we do continue with this push all the way down, coming all the way to 1.16150, then we shall see how everything goes from there. We know the sentiment is 59%, so we might actually have a few pullbacks before we actually come all the way down. Then let's look at dollar yen. So dollar yen, the direction was right. The worst part was we actually got stopped out right here. So we had to actually have a stop loss right below this low. And then immediately after we got stopped out, that's when the push finally happened and reached the very top tier. So what does this mean? Well, next week, we could be looking for the market to reverse from this level. So what we can actually be looking for is a reversal from this top right here. So when we have a reversal from that top, then maybe we could be looking for a breach below here. So let us just actually put a pending order right here where the resistance was. So resistance could become support. So let's put it like that. Then we could be possibly coming down to 15523, which was this support level over there. And we can just put our stop loss on the high stop loss around 158. Righty, so let's move over to pound yen. So pound yen, we didn't even have a chance on this. We did get filled, then immediately we shot all the way up. Right now, we could just be looking for a retracement to the downside with so we can get rid of that. So we could be looking for a retracement right here. Let's just move this all the way here. Then Okay, let's just reduce that. Yeah. So we could be looking for a retracement all the way down here, probably coming to this resistance level. So up until we have a break of the trend line, then we do nothing. But of course, we can have a pending order right here, right below the trend line. And we could be aiming at this support level down here around 206. So that is what I'm anticipating with pound yen. Let's look at dollar Mexican. So dollar Mexican, we haven't done much. We are just slightly in a negative, but we seem to be en route to our target, which is all the way down here around 17.55. So let's see how everything goes next week. Though this is a very far level, we could be looking at maybe next week we could be actually making a new low. But let's see how the rest of the week goes with dollar Mexican. Then let's look at CAD Swiss. So CAD Swiss, we are still in it. We set our stop loss to break even right here. So let's see if that actually holds. If it doesn't, then this is an invalidated setup. But we are in a consolidation. Maybe if we actually break to the upside, then we might possibly come all the way to 5.850. So let's keep an eye watch on that. Then pound dollar. Pound dollar, we actually got stopped out. There was a consolidation peak to the upside a couple of times, but right now it seems like we just seem to be in a consolidation. Overall, we would be looking for two things to happen here. Either we break this low or we break the high over there. If we do break the high, then we could be looking for some buying opportunities. If we break the low, then we could be looking for some shorting opportunities. So we would rather put our stop loss right here and then aim for the downside just there. Yeah, just right here. That's where we could be aiming for. But overall, this is where we supposed to actually have that move to the downside. Then if we're looking to go to upside, then we could be looking for a break up there. Then we could be looking at this being an area where we could be looking for a stop loss. Then we could be aiming to, sorry, let's move that. So we could be aiming, oh, why did it keep on moving? Yeah, okay, whenever it moves up there. So we could be aiming to make a new high around 135.57, just right beyond these resistance levels. So that's what we could be looking for right now. Sentiment is 59, 51, and 49. So there is really no balance right here. And there isn't a bias whatsoever, either to the downside or the upside. So that's why we're even currently in a consolidation. So up until this consolidation is broken, then we might possibly see where we could be going for the remainder of the week. Then let's look at gold. Gold, we were literally a few inches to the take profit right there. So let's just look at this high over here. So this high was at 4374 and the take profit was 4377. So we're literally $3 away from the take profit, but we didn't really reach there. But possibly next week we could be reaching that level and making all-time high. So let's keep an eye watching that on gold. Then let's look at NAS 100. So NAS 100, it did really great, but we didn't quite reach the support level, which was down here. We ended up pulling all the way back and we're back at break even. So for this coming week, if we do continue pushing all the way up, let's just say right here, and we come to the break even point, then this trade is invalidated. So we can just say break even over there. So BE. So this is what we could anticipate for the week. So if it pushes just right above there, then it's a break-even trade. And then we should be looking for other opportunities in the market for the NAS 100. Nothing more, nothing less. Then Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we're still going all the way down. We are still waiting till we finally reach 73,000. And right now we are at 88,000. So we could be safe to say that we could possibly be looking to break even on this trade as well, especially since we're closing the year very soon. So this could be a break-even trade as well. So let's just keep an eye watching that. Then euro dollar. So euro dollar didn't really manage to come all the way up here. So it came all the way down and it seemed to be in consolidation. So rather next week, if we do make a new low below here, then we could be looking for, yeah, so we just have a high there. Then we could be looking to come all the way down to 2000 area just below here. So that could be the aim. This could be a good 1.6 to 1. So if we break the low of 2756, then we could be coming all the way to 2000. So let's keep an eye watching that, especially with the sentiment being 21%. So this is where we come to an end with our analysis this evening. I hope you had a good week as well. Guston, I didn't like at all what God did to me this week. I want to figure out what it wants to do this week, and I know it obeys you. Gaston, if you've been watching it, of course, you have been seeing that the market has been going up. We're looking for the market to continue up. If you saw the previous analysis for the past 2 weeks, and we literally almost reached the take profit. So even next week, we could be looking for probably some upside movement, even a new high for the year. So that's crazy. All-time high for the last week of the month as well. That would be totally crazy. But overall, the market can do whatever it wants to do. Sammy, BTC and XAU, let's go. Yeah, BTC looks like it might be going to 73,000, but let's see. Let's see how everything goes, Sammy. If everything goes well, then we could be touching 73,000. But next week, since it's the last week of the month, we can't expect much. But let's be ready for anything. The market can really surprise you these days, especially with the volatility that I've been seeing just towards the end of the year. This is not unlike the market. Usually, towards the end of the year, things are consolidating. But this year, things have really changed. So let's keep an eye watching that. And once again, don't forget we have a 50% off discount all accounts, and that's with the coupon code holiday50, which ends on the 12th of January 2026 at 11:59 CET. So let's make sure we get in count before the discount ends. You have plenty of time, so make sure you take advantage of this offer. So apart from this, I hope you all have a lovely weekend and a jolly good week as we get into the new week. Literally, we're going to just only have 4 trading days since on the 25th. It will be Christmas, so the markets will be closed. So we're only having 4 trading days. So I really hope you have a profitable week, especially, and happy trading. And I'll be seeing you all on either Saturday or Sunday for the final market analysis of 2025. So I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I'll be seeing you all very soon.